I first came to Faith Assembly with my aunts. It was probably a week or two before Easter. They invited me to come. They had heard good things about the church and came, and Pastor Jason's message just touched me profoundly, and I actually couldn't get home fast enough to tell Quinten, like, babe, you have to watch this message. So we went online, watched Pastor Jason's message together, and then the following Sunday, Quinten came with me, and we've been coming here ever since.
Yeah, the message was about God's grace, His amazing grace. So whenever I sat and watched it, I said to myself, I said, this is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I said, I got to go up here and see this and hear this stuff for myself. I said, because I haven't heard much of it since I've been home. The night before I got arrested, I was sitting in a bar, and I just was sitting there like, I'm so tired, like I'm just weary. I'm just like, something is just missing out my life. I have everything that the world say I'm supposed to have. I have money, homes, cars. I can go anywhere I want, women, like, and there's no satisfaction in my life. And if that, I just was like, man, if this is not, I have everything I'm supposed to have, but for some reason something's missing on the inside of me. So I ended up getting arrested. I'm in prison, and I just prayed. I just said, Lord, like, I'm done. I surrender my life to you. If you're real, like I heard you're real, I give myself totally over to you. Here I am. Take me and just show me yourself. And I said, I need a Bible. About 15 minutes later, this guard came to my cell, opened up my door with his key, and said, I don't know why I'm doing this, but here, and handed me a Bible. And from there, I said, it's over. I said, I just, when I got in population 4 days later, I signed up for every Bible study, everything I can get into. I started hearing about how much God loves me no matter what I've done, what I've been through. I never heard nothing about grace. So it's the first time, I'm 37 years old, in prison, and I heard about grace. I can't even describe the love that I was getting from these people. And it was just like, and they don't know me. So I'm like, if God is that good to love me through some people that I don't know, how much, knowing that He knows me, the love that He has for me. I never really had my own personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I just had a little bit of church. Whenever we were in prison that last time, I had asked her a question. I said, are you with me in this? And she looked at me, she said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell you that I'm gonna be with you through this. I said, okay. So I went back to my cell, and I was sitting on my bed, and I was telling myself, soon as I get up, soon as they let us out for count, I'm gonna call her and let her know that this relationship's over. So while I'm sitting there, the voice of God came. He said, Megan's gonna be your wife. Because He knows that when I say I'm gonna do something, it's a done deal. He knows I'm going to walk away from His blessing for me. So when I hear this voice, I'm looking around, I'm like, what in the who? And I had my cellmate in there. I said, did you hear what God just said? He like, what? I said, man, you ain't hear what he said. He he started getting mad at me. I remember from Bible study how the pastor told me, if God tell you something, you can take it to the bank. I'm going to trust God knowing that she's my wife. And that's the bottom line. If He say something, you can take it to the bank. You can cash that check early if you want to.
Because I had been with him before through prison. So this wasn't the first time. And, the enemy was just like, well, he's going to come home and, he's going to go right back. And, so I personally, for me, I was still on the fence. I was like, well, you're going to have to prove yourself to me. A friend of mine invited me to a conference in Atlanta, Georgia. It changed my entire life. In one weekend, my entire life was changed completely. God spoke to me, and I knew that I was supposed to be with Him. And we were still actually even uncertain of how much time He was looking at and kind of what was going on. But I knew, and I came back from that conference, and I was like, I'm in it. Like, no matter what we have to go through, no matter what we have to face, like, we're going to go through this together, and I'm all in. And
that's when I just started weeping, because I know that God, He kept His promise.
Right when I first started to come to Faith Assembly, I found out that I was going to be laid off from my job. So really knowing how much God loves me and reading his word now, it's like, and I can stand on his promises knowing that he's going to get me through that.
God is faithful, and he'll never let you down. No matter what your situation, your circumstance, it's okay to doubt God sometimes in your head, but know that in your heart that he'll never let you down, that you will have your own testimony to write that thing down and to be able to share it with the next person that's going through them tough times.
The love of Christ, it's changed our lives. It really truly has changed our lives. Jesus, he's the game changer.